Andalusia, located in the southern part of Spain, is a magical region that shaped the richness of Spanish culture we know today. From the olive groves and Renaissance cities of Jaén, I venture to the heart of Spain's multicultural past, Cordoba, once the regional capital of two great empires, Roman and Islamic, before becoming an important seat of the Christian monarchs. In this second part of our journey across southern Spain, we examine Cordoba's intricately weaved history, its fascinating contrast, and passionate culture. Traveled from Madrid down to the province of Jaén, and now veering west to reach the ancient city of Cordoba. Traveling along the beautiful terrain of Andalusia is made more rewarding thanks to the powerful twin-turbocharged V8 engine of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. It's nice playing around with this car. So many things to work with. And with these roads, it's kind of nice to experiment. I can work on the chassis height. Well, the drive mode is #1. Maybe with these turns, I'll move it to Sport. In fact, there's even a Sport Plus. Let's try this Sport. Okay, I think on the gears, it goes 1 gear higher. And if I go down to Sport Plus, it's now up to the 6th gear only. So that's interesting. And you can even do your own individual. After a few more miles of playing with this car's controls, I was finally within sight of the ancient city. The Guadalquivir River, flowing from the mountains of Jaén and emptying itself into the Atlantic Ocean in Cadiz, is Spain's only great navigable river. Trade with Rome flourished because of this river. As such, the city on its banks became the capital of the Roman province of Baetica. The foundation of the Roman bridge, spanning across the river and leading to the heart of the city, has been around for over 2,000 years. It is said to form part of the Via Augusta Road, which connected Rome to Cadiz. It has seen reconstructions over the centuries, but the sight of its elegant arches paints an iconic image of Cordoba. The bridge leads to the Puerta del Puente, built over the location of one of the original Roman gates to the city. Some remnants of Roman presence still linger. But the height of Cordoba's glory days was under Islamic Spain. In the year 711, Muslim Berbers from North Africa crossed to the Gibraltar and began the conquest of the Iberian Peninsula from the Visigoths. Their kingdom continued to expand, and at the height of its power, occupied most of modern-day Portugal, Spain, and southern France. It came to be known as Al-Andalus, and its capital was here in Cordoba. Cordoba was the capital during the glory days of Moorish occupation in Spain. It was the most modern city in Europe. As the capital of Al-Andalus, the city was highly developed, with clean paved streets, luxurious villas, running water, and even street lighting. ancient water wheels brought water from the river, which also powered mills. Cordoba was a place for scholars, artisans, and physicians. It was a true cosmopolitan city with Jews, Muslims, and Christians living together in harmony. The city's centerpiece was its Grand Mosque, a huge walled area in the midst of the Medina. I cannot wait to step inside and see its full splendor. But for now, I continue to walk around Cordoba and appreciate its long history. Today, Christian images are scattered all over the city. In 1236, the city fell to the Castilian King Fernando III and became a part of Christian Spain. The Triunfo de San Rafael stands proudly in the middle of the plaza. The Archangel Raphael is the protector and guardian of the city. Known as the healer, the image of the Archangel was chosen during the time the city was afflicted by the plague. Curiously, Cordoba in Islamic times was a place of medical science, far more advanced than any other place in Europe. Its physicians were sought by kings to heal them of their illnesses. The city is an extraordinary history book whose pages were written by the different cultures that existed here. Up next, I peel away more layers of Cordoba's complex heritage, uncovering the secrets of the famous Mezquita Cathedral, a unique expression of two cultures bound together by history. I continue to explore Cordoba, once Europe's greatest capital city. Its rise to power and opulence began when an exiled Syrian prince, Abdul Rahman I, arrived here. He overpowered its existing rulers and established himself as emir. To cement his rule over the city, he built a magnificent mosque at its very heart. Today, you can still see the decorative Muslim arches on its walls, but also a prominent Christian cross above its bell tower. That's because it is now also the site of the Cathedral of Our Lady of Assumption, a present-day Catholic church. I stepped inside this unique architectural hybrid known as Cordoba's Mezquita Cathedral or Mosque Cathedral, the two religions bound forever by history. Upon entering, you find yourself in a beautiful garden. This is the Patio de los Naranjos, what may be Europe's oldest living garden. It was built in 784 and was planted with cypress, pomegranate, and palm trees, reminiscent of Abdul Rahman's home in Damascus. Water from the fountains provided irrigation as well as a place for cleansing before entering the mosque. Oranges from Asia, brought by the Moors, were added to the garden, perfuming the air with their blossoms. That is, until the day the city was captured by Christians. In the morning, the Muslims said their last prayers in the Grand Mosque.
In the afternoon, the Christians conquered the city and said Mass right in the middle of the mosque.
Once inside, we find the grandeur of the Mezquita. Built to rival the splendor of Constantinople and Baghdad. It was once the second largest mosque in the world, next to the one in Mecca. The mosque is believed to have been built over a Roman temple and later a Visigoth church, as seen in some excavations inside. But its most iconic site is the prayer hall. With a seemingly endless series of marble and jasper columns supporting its red and white arches. Its repeated geometry is almost hypnotizing.
This vast hallway has 850 pillars and arches that was built over 1,000 years ago. It reflects the complexity and infinity of God's creation.
Abd al-Rahman's successors continued to build and expand the mosque over the decades to come. The focal point of worship is the mihrab, which identifies the direction facing Mecca. Framed by a beautifully decorated arch, it is carved from a single block of marble and covered with floral and geometric patterns, as well as verses from the Quran. It is a finely crafted piece of mosaic, unmatched anywhere else in the Muslim world. As you look up from the mihrab, the dazzling skylight dome above is covered in rich gold mosaics of Byzantine influence. As we go deeper into the heart of this incredible monument, we find the Catholic cathedral built over the old mosques. When the city was conquered, the Catholics dedicated the site to the Virgin Mary. The main altar was done in Baroque design with Renaissance elements. Stunning Gothic lines and icons intersect over the altar. Another beautiful area in the cathedral are the choir stalls, meticulously carved on wood. Small chapels dedicated to different saints were built around the periphery. All throughout the interiors, we find the juxtaposition of these two religions. Gothic Christian art framing the delicate Islamic arches, Muslim pillars holding up the Christian icons. This merging of cultures in one building is truly unique in all the world. And as a final touch, the tallest part of the mosque was also given a transformation.
Well, this is Cordoba from the bell tower, which used to be the minaret when it was a mosque.
Where the Muslim call to prayer used to sound, a church bell has taken over, signaling the Catholic service. The tower also offered spectacular views of Cordoba, a city of contrast, of a rich, multicultural history, and a story of the rise and fall of powerful empires. Up next, I discover the passion and soul of Andalusia, expressed in Cordoba's unique obsessions, its spirited thoroughbreds, and dancing the flamenco. Of Spain typically invoke that of grand architecture, delicious food, and bullfights. But there is another popular Spanish tradition that is deeply rooted here in Andalusia. Walking around the shops in the old town, you will find frilly dresses, fans, guitars, and castanets. All the things that make up one of Spain's foremost artistic expressions, the flamenco. Here in Cordoba, some restaurants in the old town hold flamenco performances in their courtyard. A true audiovisual delight you can enjoy. Flamenco is said to have originated from the Roma or Gypsy people, tracing their roots all the way from Rajasthan in India. Combined with Moorish and Jewish traditions, this formed a unique art form that began here in southern Spain. Although widely known as a dance, the flamenco is made up of different parts. The cante, or the song, sang with profound emotion. The baile, or dance, where men perform intricate footwork and ladies emphasize the hands and upper body. And the music played with a guitar and percussion instrument, accompanied by rhythmic hand clapping. Performing with such intense passion, the flamenco dancers are said to enter a trance-like state, or duende, being completely one with your art, embodying the soul of Andalusia. As I continue to discover Cordoba, I learned that there is something that this place and I share in common: our love for horses. I've always enjoyed riding and taking care of horses since I was young. Anywhere I go around the world, I'm always drawn to these amazing creatures and make it a point to spend time with them. Carriage rides around the city are offered by these cocheros, a tradition that dates back centuries ago. This led me to visit the Caballerizas Reales, not far from the Mosque Cathedral.
We are in the royal stables here in Cordoba. This is the home of the Iberian breed, the Andalusian horses. Very unique horses, very intelligent, and has been a favorite of the royals even in the earlier years.
The Royal Stables of Cordoba was established in 1570 by King Philip II, the same royal the Philippines was named after. The king was a great lover of horses, and he founded the stables with the aim of creating purebred Spanish horses in service of the monarchy. The result was the Andalusian horse, known for its intelligence and strength, especially as a war horse. Horses in the Iberian Peninsula go a long way back. Spanish cave paintings show images of horses as far back as 30,000 years ago. I drive to the outskirts of Cordoba to visit an equestrian club and find out more about this historic breed.
We're here in Club Hipico to take a look at some real Andalusian horses.
Club Hipico is one of the oldest equine institutions in Cordoba, a venue for horse lovers and those seeking to learn the different horse riding disciplines.
Is she your horse? Looks like a nice one.
This is a Spanish horse.
Oh, Very nice. Purely a riding horse? Just a riding?
Yes.
Jumping or
No,
dressage?
diving. Horse cart.
A horse cart, okay. Understood, understood. So this one is a pure breed. A puro?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh. This one is a stallion. It's a pure breed Andalusian horse.
Andalusian horses, or pura raza española, are elegant and strongly built horses. They have long, thick manes and tails.
So it likes running around. It's been in the stable for a while. Wow, look at the way they move, huh? Look at their neck. He likes to jump and play around. Look at the eyes. He looks very smart, always looking forward. Stops his canter and turns back. So she was saying that the regular horses, the trots are very low, but this guy lifts his foot very high.
The movement of these horses are elevated, extended and harmonious, very regal in their cadence. By the 16th century, the breed was considered the finest in the world and were preferred by all the royal courts in Europe.
This one is a gelding. Watch his neck. Watch the face. Whew. Fantastic looking horse. I wish I had one.
The typical Spanish horse
Yes.
they are very strong
Yes.
and very noble.
Very intelligent.
With the right training, they are very quick to learn, obedient, and cooperative. Traits that served them well in the battlefield in the olden times.
What would the normal colors be of
Now
dapple?
that's a change. Normal is white, chestnut,
And bay?
deeper brown. Nearly black.
Nearly black.
But they aren't really black.
That's right.
Normally, the black horses, when they are born, they
Yeah.
are gray, like a mouse.
Okay.
And then they change into black.
I see. And dappled, I think dappled, like with the gray and white? But
This one is for dressage. white
dressage,
one.
yes, it's good. Jumping, are they good jump
They
horses?
jump, but I think that they are better in dressage
In
than
dressage.
they are changing now.
Andalusian horses nowadays are used mostly in competitions and are highly sought after for period films. It's amazing that this same breed of horses were ridden by kings, have galloped through battle, and carried the conquistadors as they explored the New World. No other creature can claim to be as important in the course of history as the Andalusian horse. Next week, in the final part of my adventure across southern Spain, I drive to the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains to the province of Granada, where I visit the oldest continuously operating military airfield in Spain and marvel at their skilled helicopter flying. Before I explore the fortress and palace of Alhambra, the most important surviving remnant of Islamic rule in the Iberian Peninsula.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next Asian Air Safari.